Hi, how are you today, guys? Are you all right? Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Really?
Yay. Perfect. Well, hopefully this time works much better than yesterday because yesterday it was awful. It was totally horrible, the internet, and it was just a mess. And unfortunately, you have to do it on your own, no? I don't know. ¿No me escuchan los demás?
Sí, profe, yo sí lo escucho.
Ah, okay. Is your maybe it's your internet, medium. Okay. Sometimes if it's not my internet, it's your internet. Yeah, but anyways, let's open our books. Guys, we're gonna check answers. Solamente vamos a checar respuestas because you already did that activity. Ya hicieron esa actividad. Eh, which was, que era Unit 4, the pages 42 and 43, ¿no? Vamos a nomás checar respuestas. Yeah. Um, so we have any, some, any, some. No. When do we use any and some? Depending. And depending if we are talking about positive, we use some. And it could be for countable or uncountable as well as any, but in any we use it like questions. Have we got, have you got any, is there any, are there any, do you have any? So that's why when we use any, countable or uncountables, right? Then we have much and many. Much and many, similar more or less, but this depending on the noun, depending on the word, it could be countable or uncountable. We're gonna use much or many. For you is in negatives, questions and negatives. For you it's easier to identify if we have a singular noun. It is going to be much. How much homework have you got? Much homework tonight? It's uncountable homework, so we use much. We use many for plural countable things. Many eggs. We don't need many eggs. Is there much traffic? I don't know many of the students here. How much time have you got? Yeah, that's why it is easier to identify like this. Yeah, much singular uncountable. Many, it is for countable plural. Yeah, plural. Questions and negatives. Only questions and negatives. Then we have a few, a lot, a little. A few, it is for countable. A few friends, unos cuantos. A few friends. A lot, a lot no tiene una regla. Yeah. It is about mucho, muchas, muchos, etc. Yeah. No tiene una regla, podemos usarlo en positive, negative, questions, cualquier tipo de preguntas. Yeah. Con cualquiera, countable and uncountable, no tiene una regla, a lot of, yeah. That it has a lot of work, a lot of friends, a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of people here. A little, we use it for uncountable, uncountable. Would you like some ice cream? Just a little, please. Just a little, poquito. It's for uncountable, yeah, no countable. Yeah? No puedo decir, por ejemplo, a little friends, yeah. A few minutes, countable, because minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a few minutes. He speaks good French, but only a little Spanish. A language is uncountable. Bueno, actually, de hecho, language es countable, pero aquí nos referimos a Spanish. Entonces, por eso es a little. Okay, then we have here this part. Ya lo escucharon, I hope. Yeah. Podemos combinar some, any, every y no con thing, one o body, que es lo mismo, o where. Por ejemplo, podemos decir something, someone, somewhere. Es la misma regla de some, any, and every. Any, it is for negative, some for positive questions, or, perdón, positive sentences. Any for questions and negatives. Every, it could be at the beginning, pues, puede ser al principio, at the beginning of a sentence. Everyone did homework. Hopefully, everyone. Or the opposite, no one did homework. Yeah. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Yeah. No, lo combinamos con estos 3, 4, 3 or 4, and it is the noun. It is kind of, or the quantifier is kind of negative, pero se usa en positive. Yeah. For example, I have nothing to do. I have nothing to do. Pero si pongo una negación, I don't have anything to do, porque any lo usamos en negaciones. Entonces, podemos usarlo en oraciones positivas o al principio. Nothing, no one, nobody, nowhere. Su connotación es positiva, por así decirlo, ¿vale? Okay. So these are the answers. Bueno, supposedly you read the text. Quiero pensar que leyeron el text. Yeah. Entonces, ya no lo vamos a checar. El text, you already did the text. So we're gonna focus on this part.
4.5. My grandfather.
My grandfather was a shopkeeper. He lived in the north of England. He had a fish and chip shop in an old village. His family lived above the shop. He made the best fish and chips in the area. Some people came by bus to the shop. He closed the shop once a week. He went to have lunch with friends. He liked to have a little whiskey before bed.
Okay, so we have articles, a, am, the, or no articles. Here, when we talk about one thing and it's countable, we use a or an, depending on the sound, on the vowel sound or the consonant sound. It could be a or a, no? For example, a shopkeeper, an old village, a week, a little whiskey. Yeah, depending here, it could be a or an because of the vowel sound or the consonant sound. Then we have the. Certain words, certain nouns go with the. It's not like in Spanish, because in Spanish, Mexican people, we overuse the article de. Para todo queremos decir de, el, la, los, las, ¿no? But in English it's different. For example, for general things, general facts, we don't use articles, no usamos articles. For example, if I am talking about los perros en general, no necesita artículo, yeah? We don't need the dogs, no? Dogs are loyal friends. Cats are grumpy, yeah? Cats are grumpy.
Eso está medio raro, profe. Eso yo siempre pongo el de o para, como así hablamos aquí, pues siento que es igual.
Yeah, so little by little, you have to detach from Spanish. Detach, because certain words, they go with the, but other nouns, especially when we talk about general, no? For example, love is complicated. It's a complicated relationship, love. No the love, no el amor. Yeah, it's a little bit hard. It's hard because we translate. Yeah. If here the purpose is that we don't translate, ¿no? Entonces, aquí el chiste es que no que en nuestra mente tratemos de no traducir. We try not to translate in our mind, because if we translate, we're going to say something wrong. For example, here, the north of England, the north, the south, the east, the west, the shop, above the shop. For specific things, we use the, or when we mention for the second time, I have an office in my house. The office is dirty. Yeah, I talk about 2 times, so I put it the office. It's horrible, no? I came by bus, no article, no puedo decir the boss, a boss, yeah, the boss. I have lunch, no the lunch, porque luego queremos poner el lunch. No, sí, es en español el lunch, pero no en inglés. Lunch is delicious.
Sí, soy.
Midday. Yes, I know, guys. Yeah, I heard when you were doing the oral exam, you had this kind of mistakes, ¿no? Este tipo de mistakes, ¿no? Que ponemos a, de, cuando tenemos que usar a o an, no lo usan, ¿ya? Entonces, yeah, it's little by little, guys. Okay, so hopefully, I'm not sure if you did this part, but we're gonna check this, ¿vale? Pues ya aquí ya les estoy mostrando las respuestas correctas. Number 1, Miriam. Miriam Romero.
Leo. We have 2 children, a boy and a girl. The boy is 1 and the girl is 9.
Correct, yes. De, porque usamos de, porque ya los mencionamos por second time. Thank you. Miriam Granados, number 2.
I'm a student. I'm studying to be an engineer.
Yes. Engineer students, what is that? Jobs. Jobs, when we talk about jobs, it's necessary to write a or an. Number 3, Jason.
Dan always has cheese sandwiches for dinner.
So no articles here, porque estamos hablando de plural. Cuando tenemos plural, no existe a y an. Yeah, we forget about that. Every time we say something in plural or uncountable, we don't need a or an. For example, pan no lleva artículo. I have bread and coffee for breakfast. Yeah. No article because just English. It's because just English people, English grammar experts decided to put it like that. Huh? Next, please, Valeria.
I don't go out to work. I work at home.
Correct. So 2 after places, no articles. At home, at school, no articles. Yeah. 5, Escamilla, Belén.
A few people came by taxi to the party at Joyce.
Yeah, a few people, because in this case, es la frase, unos cuantos, by taxi, by car, by bus, no article. Yeah, is the expression. And the party, porque estamos hablando de específicamente de Joe's party. Yeah. Next, please, Carlos Juarez.
It was a wonderful holiday. We had the best time ever.
Yeah, the best time ever. A wonderful holiday. It's a random holiday, a vacation. The best, de lo usamos también con superlative. The best, the most expensive, the most wonderful, the most beautiful. Siempre usamos de. And number 7, please, Joyce. Joyce?
I had a great Sunday. All the family come from lunch.
Came for lunch. Right. Next, Fatima, I do.
I do a lot of I do a lot of shopping on the internet. It's a great way to shop.
Correct, yeah. All right, then we have here, check it, find one mistake, and correct it. ¿Ya lo hicieron? Did you do this, guys?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So let's revise. He's a postman, falta la A. He's a postman, so he has breakfast at 5. Aquí nada más falta la A. The love is more important than money. ¿Qué está incorrecto o qué le hace
El
falta?
de al principio no va.
Ajá, entonces, money is more important than love. Recuerden, money is more important than love. También está incorrecto. Primero va money, luego love. Number 3. I come to school by the bike. ¿Qué está incorrecto?
El de bike
The bike.
solo es be bike.
By bike, correct. I'm reading one book at the moment. One good book at the moment. ¿Qué está incorrecto? ¿Qué le hace falta? What is missing?
El one,
The one no debería estar ahí. I'm reading
a good book.
A o A, yes. Correct. Number 5, where are the children? They are in the garden. Ya la dije. In the
Sí.
yeah, y a veces ya comes naturally. It comes naturally. No A, de, porque es un jardín de allá. Yeah. I live in center of town, near the hospital. ¿Qué está correcto? ¿Qué está incorrecto? O what is missing? What is missing?
On the
In the.
of the town.
Porque nada más hay uno en cada ciudad, in the center of town. My parents bought the lovely house in the country. Está incorrect. What is incorrect, guys? Vaya,
El de lovely es a lovely.
a lovely, correct. Ya si la hablamos, como lo estamos hablando por primera vez, a lovely house. The lovely house is, it has 3 rooms. I don't know. So it is like a mansion. I don't eat cake because I don't like the sweet things. ¿Qué está incorrecto aquí?
El de.
De. Porque hablamos de. ¿Ya vieron? Si pienso en español, de los dulces, ¿no? Entonces, dulces o cosas dulces, it has no de. Okay. Well, hopefully, guys, you have understood this much better. Vamos a hacer por ahí una actividad de classroom. De A, de, okay. All right, so recipes for success. We're gonna have a reading here. We're gonna read this delicious accidents, junk food. Obviously, todos estos son junk foods. Yeah. ¿Qué es junk food? What is junk food?
Comida chatarra.
The most delicious food ever, ¿verdad? ¿O no? ¿No están de acuerdo conmigo? The most delicious food.
Yes, and unhealthy.
Which and delicious, isn't it? Don't you like cookies? Don't you like crisps? Don't you like ice lollies?
I like it.
I know. Right, so we have here 3 inventions that were the best. Yeah. Ice lollies, paletas de hielos, ¿no? Así se dice, ice lollies. Hay otra palabra en inglés americano, en American English, it is pop cycles, but this is much fancier. Yeah, ice lollies. Yeah. And then we have crisps. Recuerden, in the US, yeah, American people don't say crisps, they say chips. Yeah. But because we are learning from an English book, we have to say crisps, crisps. Papitas, yeah. Cheetos, Doritos, Fritos, you know, all the unhealthy things. And then we have chocolate chip quick cookies. Yeah, cookies is the American way because normally American people, they have smaller cookies. Yeah, and English people have bigger biscuits. Yeah, biscuits, galletas es en británico, cookies American. Yep. So we're going to read ice lollies y ustedes dos, bueno, más bien ustedes leen lo de crisps y lo de cookies. Okay, just give me 1 second. Voy a copiar aquí las 2 páginas. All right, so let's start with delicious accident, the introduction. Some of the most popular foods we eat are only with us because of a happy accident. So what's the unexpected story behind the creation of ice lollies, crisps, and chocolate chip cookies? Well, we're gonna find out. In the UK, they are icy lollies, but in the original US name for them is popsicles. ¿Ya vieron? Para que me digan que le estoy mintiendo. Yeah, I'm not lying here. The wonderful truth is that this children treat was actually invented by a child. It was a cold winter afternoon in 1905. Oh my God, a lot of years ago, 100 years ago. 11-year-old Frank Epperson was playing with friends on the front porch of his house in San Francisco and made drinks for them by mixing flour powder with water. It got really cold, so the boys went inside. Frank left a glass of the drink outside with the mixing stick standing in it. It was a bitterly cold night. In the morning, when Frank went out, he found the drink frozen in glass with the stick inside it. So he ran hot water over the glass and pulled the frozen drink out with the stick. It looked good. So he licked it with his tongue. And it was good. He made more for his friends and they liked them too. Frank called them Ep-cycles, but it wasn't until 17 years later when Frank was making them for his own children, and he wondered if he could sell them. His children called them Pop-cycles. And then he began selling them in a nearby park. They were hugely popular. They were soon selling in their thousands. 2 years later, in 1924, Frank got a patent for his Pop-cycles. He later sold the patent because he needed that money. That was a mistake. The Pop-cycle company now sells 2 billion ice lollies a year in the US. Yeah. That is it. Okay, guys. So I want you to read the text, crisps and chocolate chips cookies with your partners, with your classmates, all right? So I'm going to put you in pairs or trios. Yeah, I want you to read the 2 texts. After you decide which one you are going to use in order to answer the questions about food, ¿vale? The questions about food. You decide only one, solamente uno, si crisps o cookies, sorry. But first, read out loud the text. Lean en voz alta el texto. Don't forget to enter to your group, please, guys. Belén, enter to your group, please. All right, guys, before we go, let's check very quickly. If you haven't finished it, finish it for homework. Yeah, finish it for homework. The reading that you chose, answer the questions, okay? We're gonna check this part, complete the sentences with the, no, some, or any. I already shared the answer. I'm sharing the answers with you. Frank left a drink outside with a stick in it. In the morning, the drink was frozen with the stick in the middle of it. It was an icy lolly. Number two, it is about crisps. So a customer in George's restaurant ordered some French fries and he sent the fries back and asked thinner ones. Next one, Mary wanted to make some chocolate cookies, but she didn't have any baking chocolate. The chocolate she used didn't melt, and the result was chocolate chips cookies. Yep, that were the answer about that. All right, guys. So for tomorrow's homework or for the weekend's homework, I'd like you to do this part, page 25. Yeah, page 25 from this part, from the workbook. ¿Vale? Va a ser la única tarea. Página 25. Yeah. Bueno, 25 and 26. ¿Vale? 25 and 26. 25 and 26 de su workbook. For the weekend. Tienen todo el fin de semana para hacerlo. Son lo mismo. Something, much, many, articles. That would be all for today. Pueden empezarla desde ahorita if you want. Have a nice weekend. Enjoy the weekend, guys.
See you, teacher. Thank you.